U.S. Secretary of War Pete Hegseth remains under opposition's scrutiny over the double strike of an alleged drug vessel in the Caribbean on the 2nd of September. Democrat lawmakers are calling for the video to be released to the public. The video in question is classified footage of the follow-up strike on a vessel on the 2nd of September, as I mentioned. And the second strike killed 2 survivors left after the first strike, which U.S. government claims was carrying narco traffickers. Now, it is important to note that only a select few congressional lawmakers from both parties have seen the video of the said strike. 2 top Democrats, who are also part of the House Armed Services Committee, says that the video shows it was unnecessary for a second strike on the boat, which only had 2 survivors left out of a total of 11 people on board the vessel. During a media interview, Democrat Representative Jim Himes said, I quote here, "The 2 survivors were barely alive, much less engaging in hostilities when the follow-up strike took place." Democrats and critics of the Trump administration, they are questioning if the authorities knew the identity of all 11 individuals on board the vessel, or was it just an assumption that they were all narco-terrorists that U.S. struck and killed on the 2nd of September. Questions are also being raised on the administration's power to carry out such strikes, given that U.S. and Venezuela are not at war, and what rules of conflict say about attacking injured combatants. On the contrary, Republican lawmakers have defended the 2 consecutive strikes, saying that Hegseth and U.S. Navy Admiral Frank Bradley acted within the military's legal framework. They did what had to be done. Pete Hegseth, who is under fire for the double strikes, has not agreed to make the video public. The Secretary of War said that they might not release the footage on grounds that it might compromise sources and strike methods. However, several lawmakers who have seen the footage in a closed room briefing argue that the video is no different from the other strike videos that Hegseth has already shared on social media before.